fuck with us. Well, we posted every Friday. See them corn emojis, then you know a nigga wildin'. Jaded Gemini. That's that snip.
So, y'all, okay, we're just gonna let her introduce the conversation first, and then we're going to talk about it as a group, okay? So she's going to start off the conversation, and then we're going to talk about it, all right? That's all I'm gonna say. We're all going into this, all right? Y'all have read this correctly. It says, my 14-year-old is getting a vasectomy.
Bro, I love how that fucking hashtag shit, niggas be hashtagging whatever that's popping to get it. They say Hotwire hotel goals.
Right, it's like, bro, what the hell?
No hotel.
You know, Hotwire hotels sitting there like, yo, take that off, bro. What? Take that off, bro.
Cease and desist.
Cease and desist. Oh, but this goes in waves, so we're gonna be playing it in little clips and then stopping and talking a little bit, and then y'all know the drill. So here she go.
That's gonna flood my inbox, and I'm kind of gonna regret it, but it's a conversation that needs to be started. My son is 11 years old, and when he turns 14, I'm thinking about getting him a vasectomy. Now, to other boy moms, is this something that you guys are thinking about? If not, why? Any pointers, questions, concerns that y'all may have that maybe I might not have thought about? Let me know. I'm gonna regret that.
Okay.
Bro, I could tell she just wanted to get the attention a little bit.
I could just tell that she thought about this and then just immediately opened her phone before she Googled. Because look, okay, for one, I'm gonna tell you my initial reaction, bro. Like,
to the conversation or to this thing as a whole before we dive into it.
Okay, before we dive into it, right? So for one, she said that her son is 11 right now. Why the hell are you thinking about your kid being sexually active? Like,
at that age,
he's 11 right now. Like, for one.
I mean,
like,
that's part of the age where I would think where you're like, damn, I don't want this to be like, I don't want them to grow up. Damn, they're about to grow up. But this is a little extreme. I don't think she really knows like what a vasectomy is for real, because that's a lot. The fact that she thinks that it could just, that she knows it could be reversed. I mean, obviously she knows enough about like the general consensus of what it is, but I don't think she knows the details that good.
Well, somebody commented and said, I wonder how many people here would support a pregnant teenager. You have to make real thorough research on the pros and cons of the procedure. And this is her response.
I don't want to have to support a teen pregnancy. I don't want to have to explain to him how his behavior contributed to it. I just don't want to deal with any of that. I don't care about the body autonomy argument. It literally makes no difference to me. People only want to have the body autonomy conversation in certain conversations. If you're going to talk about it, it has to be broad spectrum all the way across the board. If girls can get on birth control, then fucking boys should too. And quite frankly, I'm tired of everybody screaming, oh, they're violent.
Do parents be like making their daughters like you're about to like no questions asked?
Some parents do. My mom didn't. I kind of went to my mom and talked.
That's usually how
I went to my mom and was like, hey, like this is something that I want to do because I am doing, you know. But some parents will come to their kid at a certain age, like whether if they're in a serious relationship or like, talk to them about it, ask them about it.
Because it's one thing to even like, if that is the case where you're right, there is some ethical talks that got to go down if that's forced on somebody. But forcing somebody to take a pill that alters like genetic makeup and forcing somebody to get like a surgery procedure are two very, very not comfortable things.
No, for real. They're very different
for me
things.
to think about. They're very different, but they're very serious, both of them.
Yeah, they are.
All right, they're violating our rights, which they are at astronomical rates. No one ever thinks about the boys. And this is a way that instead of worrying about, pregnancy, everything, all of those issues are issues after the gun has been shot. I'm unloading the gun.
And she got more, she's answering more questions, but that's just the snippet of like the quote unquote conversation. So I just wanted y'all to see that, and then we could like talk about it. So, Brad.
We're talking about something that is like, I don't know how much birth control costs per se, but I know.
Well, here, I'm going to show you the difference between contraception and fertilization and sterilization, excuse me, because a vasectomy is sterilization. That is not male birth control.
But that shit costs like a band.
Like, oh no, yeah, I got that website you showed me. I just want y'all to see the difference. Like, reversible contraception, okay, is like the traditional birth control that women usually get, and that guys could get, I guess, if you get condoms or whatever. But the equivalent of female sterilization would be like getting your tubes tied or getting them removed. And like someone even said in the chat, if you go to the doctor, even as an 18-year-old, if you don't got no kids, you don't have nothing, they're not going to do this shit for you. They're not going to do it. Like, right. It's just not going to happen.
But I get what you're saying. There's a difference between contraception
and being sterilized, right?
I assume birth control will be considered in you're getting your tubes tied.
That's not birth control. That's sterilization.
Yeah, but that's pretty much what getting a vasectomy would.
Yes, that's the equivalent of getting the vasectomy is getting your tubes tied.
Yeah.
And emergency contraception is like Plan B, which is not birth control. But this is the freaking Vasectomy Resource Center, right? So her plan is, or anybody's plan that want to do this is, if we do this to our kids, when they become of age, they could just reverse it, right? So here are the facts about reversal. And here I'm going to zoom in so it's not so like microscopic.
Because I saw, when I was looking this stuff up, I saw you can get it for as low as like $200.
Yeah, you could. Sometimes. So to get it, when you get it, so hypothetically to the 14-year-old that she's talking about, for one, if you go to the, you could go to the OBGYN as a fucking little girl. You can't get put on birth control at 14. It's not going to happen. They're not going. The earliest they probably would do it is like 16, or they would give it to you earlier if you already had a teen pregnancy. Then they would give it to you, obviously, but no 14-year-old is about to get offered. Like, no. But if you were to give that 14-year-old boy the vasectomy, it would take 20 minutes. But if he's an 18-year-old and he's going to get graced with his stuff back, it will take 2 to 5 hours to reverse it. Like Daniel said, to get it, it costs a band. But to reverse it, it costs anywhere between $5,000 to $12,000. And it typically isn't covered by insurance. A normal 18-year-old will be looking to get money for their first car or like for college and shit. But no, he's going to be trying to unsnip himself because you wanted to have control over your son's sex life before he even was thinking about fucking. Like, that's so weird, bro.
Hey, bro, but a kid is going to cost that and more, though.
No, it's for real. In her brain, that's her reasoning. It's like, well, a kid's going to cost more. But my thing is, why can't you just talk to your kid about safe sex? Why can't you talk to your kid about what happens when you do certain things?
Hey, shit don't always work.
Like,
don't always work out.
I just don't see why you have to go to the extreme of getting this done. Like, they're like, bro, there's a chance that it might not even work.
I did see that. There's
like you can do the whole thing and it might not even work.
Look, yeah, about 95%
Bruh,
is successful. Much. So 5%, so like out of every one out of every 20
you can get your shit blocked up.
This is like, nah, bro. Nah.
Bruh, that's too fucking much.
That's what I said. That's a lot. That's pretty.
That's too much. What do y'all think in the chat? Hold on. What have people been saying? Let me see. What y'all think?
Black Mirror.
Y'all said she's setting her son up to be reckless because then there would be like little to no chance of getting a girl pregnant.
And he don't think he could just be raw dog and shit. He probably gonna get that
he could still get an STD and shit. That's why I'm like, I didn't like the part where the excuse of being like, well, I don't want to have to go through the whole teaching them about the birds and the bees and STDs and responsibility
just
and like
you're lazy.
Just because you don't want to do it, that's why you would snip them. I don't know, bro.
Uncomfortable with doing something.
That's weird. That is so weird to me.
It's your kid, bro.
It's like the equivalent of weird of like if like a dad is like obsessive over like a girl having her period type thing. Like that's just weird. I don't know. And that's why I was like, it was weird when she was like, all of my boy moms, what do y'all think? And I'm like,
I get what you're saying. That is a little weird.
That should be
you're
weird.
Trying to niche it out. Trying to niche it out a little bit.
It's just giving like when people be treating their sons like they husbands type shit. Like it's just weird. Like why are you
but imagine liking that and then trying to niche out your content to make other people like that. You're like, yeah, I feel the same way. Because in reality, I'm also thinking to myself like, all right, bruh, you really want to control your kid's life right now, but at the same time, isn't the same laziness, or excuse me, you being uncomfortable with telling him or her, whatever the situation is about
no, in this
being
situation,
safe
it's
out
a
here?
guy.
Okay, isn't the situation the same? You not wanting to tell him about how to be safe and him just being out here balls to the wall, just like, fuck it, nobody told me shit anyway. He's still gonna be like, fuck it, nobody told me shit anyway.
No, for real. And then, can I just say the fucking elephant in the room? In what fucking dimension or universe is the father of the child's, like super fucking bro? You're not visibly pregnant. Like, usually the baby mama's people are way more, burdened with the fucking baby. Like, it's crazy. She's like, I'm not raising no child. Girl, you would not have to. Be real, bro. Like, for real, bro.
She literally got the most extreme thing that she could possibly do to quote unquote make up for the most extreme mistake that a young man could possibly make. That's extremely
or decision, whatever.
Like, irresponsible.
Right.
That's just irresponsible.
It is.
It's irresponsible. It's very extreme of something to do, and it's irresponsible.
It just doesn't make sense because you're right. Like, STDs still exist. So it's like you're just gonna let.
There's a process that over time, some vasectomies fail within the first year. So there's a possibility that, like I said, since you didn't take the time to also teach them, along with giving them contraceptives, because if I have a young lady, and she wants to get on birth control in my future, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't also give them knowledge with that birth control, dog, they're still fucked. In a sense, with this dirty ass world, bro.
Did you know what I just thought about? What if your kid is gay? What if he had no fucking? That's what I'm saying. You're determining your kid's sexuality before they even was thinking about fucking. Like, they didn't have any intent to do anything like that, and you're already sexualizing them. Like, bro, chill.
I didn't think about that. He would not need that. But once again, that would be another situation where, bro, you're gonna have to talk to your child, bro. You're gonna have to talk to him. If the whole reason you're doing this is because you don't want to talk to them, that's, bro, you're just admitting that you just don't want to be a very involved parent. I'm not gonna call her a bad parent just because she's saying some crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm not about to say that. But I will say, like, if she did it, bro, that'd be fucked up. That's what I'm saying. I can't deny it.
It's the reason for me. That's what I'm just keep going. Because regardless if the kid's gay,
it'd be one thing, bro.
Boy, you're gonna have to talk to him if you're giving him contraceptives or.
It would be one thing if you neglected having the talk with your kid to the point that they are like 15, like they're an NBA young boy, they're 18 with like 8, 9 fucking kids type shit, or like. I don't know if he got that many kids, but I'm just saying, I'm giving an example of like if they're young and they have that going on, maybe. You get what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure that's just so rare of a situation. Like, why are you trying to...
he might just be
so bad.
He
Why
might
just
be
wait it out
rational
for the
enough-
male birth control? Just wait it out.
He might be rational enough to just wear a condom. You don't even know. You're not
Obviously
even
not, because
he's fucking 11, bro. He doesn't know shit. She has no identifying factors.
I hate this.
That's what I'm saying. She's fucking
this.
tweaking for real.
She is tweaking.
But
that's
why I said I'm gonna try my hardest to focus on the conversation because
because with her
you're trying to
metaphorical
make the
is too much.
equivalency into the conversation, but in reality, it's like it's apples to oranges in this situation.
That's another thing. They gonna see you saying this shit.
They're gonna see you saying this shit. I don't know, man. What y'all think, bro?
What do y'all think? Because this is a mess. What do the parents out there think?
You giving your young men the vasectomy?
I'm glad my mom didn't try to get my tubes tied before I even have a child. Like,
yeah, my mama didn't vasectomy my ass.
Help.
My ass would be out here.
Like, why are we mutilating our children? Help.
That just goes to show you, no matter what you do, they'll always have a nigga to just replace your ass. Like,
yes, just like that.
They don't give a fuck.
They had Mario Judah performing.
Rockstar. Look, a cop car.
Help.
Nigga, this is not DaBaby. What the fuck?
It said Lollapalooza was founded on diversity, inclusivity, respect, and love. With that in mind, get your ass the fuck up out of here.
With that in mind, thugger.
And then we got KS 107.5 talking about, including his comment.